Stygian Outer Gods is not the action horror game I thought it was. It's slow, it's clunky, it's brutally punishing, and honestly, I ended up loving it, but is it worth your time in early access? I'll tell you what's good, what's bad, and what needs some work, and thanks to the developer for giving me a free early access copy. This is a survival horror game steeped in Stygian mythos, so think Resident Evil meets Lovecraft. It's for survival horror fans first, and not action junkies. There's minor puzzles, resource management, and a heavy focus on exploration and dread. The gameplay is slow and deliberate. You'll spend your time exploring a rustic nightmare village, scavenging for supplies, avoiding or fighting corrupted enemies like wild dogs, crazed villagers, and Smeagol-looking creatures. Attacks mean you're fully committed, and blocking after swinging can feel impossible until you adapt because there's not an animation cancel. What I also really like is the atmosphere. There are not really any jump scares. Monster or creature designs are pretty cool, especially the chilling red eyes from these villagers. The sound work is also chilling and really good, and the world feels dangerous but exciting to explore. There's a small talent tree, which is kind of optional in my opinion. Talents give quality of life bonuses, which can open up like new hidden areas or make combat a little easier, but you can beat early access without these talents, which does make exploration a little more rewarding. If you find stronger weapons like the axe, sledgehammer, or shotgun. And man, do I love the sledgehammer. Now, early access is playable for about 4 hours, and I need you to tell me in the comments if you think that is enough for a survival horror game, because I come from playing a lot of RPGs where, you know, main storylines are 30 hours plus, so you tell me if this is a good thing or not. Although I do have to say, once I did find the axe after about like an hour, I was hooked for the last 3 hours. And there were no major bugs that I found, but I did keep noticing some weird visual stuttering or flickering, and it's really hard to describe unless you're playing. I do wish there was more enemy types because there's really only 3, and there's even a note that I found that mentioned a flying creature, but you know, there's no flying creatures in early access, and no like other variants that I kind of am yearning for. I also want better tooltips which explain certain mechanics like the occultist totems a little better, and like there's a talent card where you can use artifacts or talk to the living dead. I don't know what those are even after playing for a while, so I wish it just went a little more in detail how you use them. There are also optional NPCs to talk to, which are really cool, and there's a lot of quest lines to follow with a good progression in early access with a story that is really interesting, hard to understand like any mythos in Cthulhu or Stygian, but quite enjoyable. I also wish there was more to do with the little magic hands, because all you can really do is just kind of like light some branches on fire to clear some paths, but that's about it. There's also a resource and crafting management system that's also really nice, plenty of room for storage. But I found myself being full by the end of early access too, because I just, you know, you like to hoard stuff. I was really hooked, but you know, I'm really just itching for it to be done. So if, you know, if you're craving survival horror with like a deliberate pace, heavy atmosphere, and rewards exploration, then, you know, this is for you. But for a survival horror game, 4 hours of dense, challenging content feels fair for early access, unless you think I'm totally wrong, and just please let me know in the comments. If you respect my review, please hit the like button and subscribe so that you never miss out on some game breakdowns. Click this video review of Fountains, an amazing 2D Souls-like game that I know you'll love, and as always, keep gaming and stay awesome.